Hey folks, I'm attorney Roger P. Foley, and I'm driving home from the office. I had some court this morning, just one case, not too much, and then worked on a few smaller criminal matters, and then worked on a personal injury demand, which I'm now done with. I got to mail out this morning, but in the morning, but I also wanted to, I like to double check, triple check, quadruple check. I'm like the guy that leaves his house and says to himself, did I lock the door? Hey, did I leave the stove on? Hey, did I make sure the dogs had water? You know, even though in my mind I'm 95% sure, that little 5% makes me go back. So, you know, criminal defense, personal injury, especially personal injury, gets a lot of writing. You know, you got to review yourself. You know, I'm not a huge 200-man law firm where everybody can kind of go, oh, let me check this, and hey, Sue, could you double check? Hey, Billy, could you double check that? You know, I double check everything. I triple check everything, quadruple check everything, because it's important to the people that are hurt, right? It's important that you have all of their medical records, that you have all of their billing. It's important that the demand is written in a way to really highlight and focus on the injuries and the losses that they've had, right? The things that they can't do. It's just important. So I just spent hours and hours doing that, and I stayed up late on Friday night doing the same thing. And yeah, I'm you know, I saw a case. It wasn't my case, but I saw another case, and it was a person who had a small child, a toddler, and the family went and bought one of these fences, these baby fences that is supposed to protect the parents from, sometimes you get up to go to the bathroom and moms and dads know, like, you go to cook something, come on, you got to lay in the accelerator. I don't go through the same thing every day, same spot. Okay, let's learn how to, you're from New York, you should be able to do this. All right, I'm from New York too, and you see, I'm going to zoom right around you like you're sleeping. Okay, he is sleeping. All right, so anyway, they go and purchase one of these baby fences. It goes around your in-ground pool and it protects, right? It's supposed to be a safety mechanism to keep a small child, an infant, from, walking into the pool and possibly drowning. And it turns out the product didn't work too well, and an infant lost its life. Parents lost their child. And you just see that stuff, it comes through the office, or you hear about it because you're talking to other attorneys that, do the same thing. And sure, is it a case? It's definitely a case, but money doesn't bring back the child, right? Money doesn't bring back a brother or sister, or a niece or a nephew. It just doesn't, right? And when you see all these billboards, I'm driving on I-95 right now, we recovered, $1 billion, or whatever they say, it's someone's catastrophic injury. It's a catastrophic injury. It's just, it's people think that it's just about money. Well, I can't speak for other people. I assume it's not just about money. I think that it's about getting the only form of justice that you can acquire on a wrongful death, on a product's liability issue, right? This product was intended to keep a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old from going into a pool, and it was set up. They had two products. They had one product that was basically just a wraparound fence, and they called it, whatever, baby fence protector or something. I don't know, whatever the name, right? then they had another, I don't know if you want to call it like an add-on or piece of the fence that's really meant for the toddlers. Well, the family called the company, they see an ad on TV or online or whatever. They call, the salesman comes out, and they sell them point A. Well, they know they got kids, right? They know that they have at least one small toddler, right? That's why they're getting it. And the guy doesn't sell them, or the gal, I don't know what it was, right? The salesperson doesn't sell them the fence that has the latch on it and the double protection where, only an adult could, kind of, I don't know, unsnap the snap or whatever. It's not something, he sold them the one that, like kid could walk through and drown. And a small child drowned. And, even though it's not my case, when I was talking to the other individual about it, it's like a pause in moment, it's a pause, it's a break, it's pain, but it's feeling for another person. I mean, just kind of bow your head and say a small prayer for that family. I mean, losing a toddler is just sad. And as a personal injury attorney, someone that handles those kinds of cases, it definitely takes energy out of you. It makes you realize that sometimes there's not a tomorrow, whether it be a motorcycle accident or some sort of fatality. You get a lot of fatalities with motorcycle accidents, and it's hard. You're talking about what you're going to do for the case, and what's the case about? The case is about money and proving negligence on someone else's behalf. But the person that you're talking to, the person that you're educating on, they're a victim, right? They're not the actual victim, but they're the collateral consequence. They're the parents, the children, the nephew, the niece, their family. And you're talking about what you're going to do, what your demand's going to say. If they don't tender the policy, what you're going to talk about in court and the procedure. It's hard, right? Like, just imagine when you're going through the toughest day of your life because you lost somebody. My phone's really jiggling today. I don't know why. Vibrating. Are we really cutting in front? What are you doing? It's amazing the things people do. I just don't know. Talk about accidents. Like, the guy literally passes me, right? I'm doing like 65, there's traffic, and there's really no one in front of me. I'm in the right lane, and he goes to the left lane, and then literally turns in front of me and hits his brake and reduces speed by about 30, and then tries to get to the next part because why not just fall in behind me? That's silly. Anyway, can you imagine it being the worst day of your life and someone's talking to you about legal mumbo jumbo? Even though you asked, it's hard, right? You really just, you want to hug a client and you want to say some magical words, but there aren't any. The only thing that you can bring to the table is some empathy, prayer. But what are they coming to you for? They're coming to you to get justice. And justice in the court system is money. It's a weird combination, folks, right? So when you see these recoveries, 300,000, 500, a million, 2 million, 5 million. Think about what the person or the family has lost. And then think what amount of money would substitute for your brother or your sister or your mother or your father or, in this case, your child What amount of money? There's no amount of money. Policy limits, if it's commercial, maybe there's $1 million, maybe there's a few $1 million. Most people driving around South Florida in a car accident, half the people don't even have bodily injury. They just have PIP, the basic requirement. It's just a tough sell. So I don't know. I'm driving home today and I'm thinking about the cases that I've heard about. I'm thinking about the cases that I'm working on, past cases, and thinking about what's going to walk in tomorrow. And sure, like, I'm zealous and I'm detailed, but I can't give you your arm back. I can't give you your sight back. I can't give you your family member's life back. Just get your money. I tell you though, it riles me up. It riles me up when I'm writing a demand. It riles me up when I'm talking about it, because if that doesn't motivate you to fight for somebody, to see someone's pain and their horrific suffering, I don't know what else can motivate you, man. Like, I don't. So anyway, I'm attorney Roger P. Foley, and not every personal injury is soft tissue damages that you go to your chiropractor for. Some people lose limbs, others lose lives. So I'm attorney Roger P. Foley. Thanks for listening. See ya.